Emerging from the actual hurricane was something of a political storm when President Joe Biden, leader of the free world, inexplicably told the Houston Chronicle he somehow couldn't get in contact with the governor or lieutenant governor of Texas, a claim exacerbated in the eyes of some by this statement from Lina Hidalgo, County Judge Lina Hidalgo, moments after touting her close communication with the White House.
The way it works is the federal government needs the state government to issue a request before they can grant the request.
As you can imagine, that suggestion that top Texas leaders were somehow delayed in seeking federal aid, along with President Biden's claim of Abbott being MIA, were not well received.
There has been no call from Joe Biden to that phone number at all during the entirety of this entire disaster. It just seemed like a bizarre attack, probably by his political people, but I think what it really reveals is the struggles of a failing campaign and a failing presidency.
Panel Lieutenant Governor Patrick said the state called Judge Hidalgo last Saturday, last Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and we're told Harris County had, quote, no requests for additional aid, personnel, or equipment. What the heck's going on here? Is this just situation normal, Bob?
Well, as presidential as Joe Biden was last night, he was unpresidential in this fiasco. When you can't get a hold of Acting Governor Dan Patrick when he's sitting in the Emergency Operations Center right next to a FEMA guy, that's not the state of Texas's fault. You know, either somebody's lying to the president and saying that they're trying to get a hold of them and they can't, or he's just making stuff up.
All right, Holly, let's see. The leader of the free world has the FBI, the CIA, and a whole range of other acronyms he can call. He could probably find us in 2 minutes. I mean, what in the world was that about?
This whole episode was so bizarre and incredibly ironic, too, because that story broke right as Dan Patrick was at a press conference with Houston Mayor John Whitmire, and they were both talking about the incredible cooperation and collaboration with all of the levels of government. I believe Dan Patrick actually said there's no politics here, this is all teamwork. And the other strange thing about this is, when does the president call the local Houston Chronicle reporter to give them this story in the midst of all of this? Is just so strange. Dan Patrick, of course, came out, and his staff were able to produce the phone record showing there was only one call made to NIMKID, and you know, they have the receipt. So it's just a really strange political attack in the midst of a crisis in which, prior to that, everybody was getting along and trying to work together. So very odd.
Chris Tritico, is this just an example of politicians politicizing?
Absolutely. It was stupid. It was stupid. First, the president rarely is going to pick up the phone and make that call. It's going to be somebody below him that's going to be coordinating this stuff, and then the president's going to, somebody's going to hand the president the phone at the last minute and say, here's the lieutenant governor, and they're going to glad hand each other and have a photo op. Whoever beneath the president did this stupid act should be fired, in my view. It was just stupidity. It was stupid politics, trying to make a press day out of something that was nothing and politicize a tragedy in Houston.
Yeah, I mean, and I want to make my own comment. In cases of national emergency, national disasters, Americans expect the partisan crap to be kicked to the curb.